everyone, it's Rob with Passport to the Parks, and today is Sunday, July the 28th. I apologize for that. I just started a live broadcast and sat there talking to myself for 5 minutes because I guess I didn't have any sound. So maybe you guys can tell me if I actually have sound. Everybody's saying that's better, awesome. I apologize for that. Sometimes we have technical difficulties when we're live, but we can get them corrected pretty quickly. But like I was saying, originally, I have not been inside Epcot in probably 4 months or more. I always preach that I don't really come into the parks a lot. I spend so much time on the outside of the parks, checking out the Skyliner, the resorts and all that kind of stuff. I love doing that stuff, but I haven't been in here, and I really wanted to come through and see all the changes that are going to be happening, kind of what's construction-wise, what's going on, and just have some fun walking around today. Epcot is like really hot right now, and they're going to be doing all these changes, and D23 is going to be crazy with all kinds of updates. So I want to go through and see it all and share it with you guys as well. So I'm going to turn you around here real quick. Oh, one thing that I did want to mention, let me turn you back around here. Hang on a second. Some people have actually commented that when I'm in this view, when you're looking at me, that everything is reversed. So I'm using the selfie mode on my camera. So when it turns around, everything gets mirrored, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to unreverse it. So like my hat is reversed, my awesome Passport shirt is reversed, and I'm on an Android phone when I do my live broadcast. So if anybody knows how to make those changes in there, I've looked on YouTube and Googled it and everything, and I can't figure out how to do it, but I apologize for it. I mean, I guess it's not really that big of a deal, but you know, I wanted to address it because some people have been commenting about it, and I really didn't want to ignore it. So let's see, who do we got coming on here? I said hello to a bunch of people before. Now we got a ton of more people coming on here. Modeling Disney, what is up? Kyle, welcome. Zippity Doodad, thank you for being here. William, No Brainer 60, Faith Walker Todd, Whitney, awesome. I got sound now, thank you. Leslie, welcome. Jose, Dave C, Lori, Christina, Charles, that crazy guy. Only One Kenobi, you know, I love that name. I'm here, but in the studios. I was at the studios yesterday. I hope you have a great time there. Joe, good to have you here. Bethany, Kathy, Lee, Dave, Martin, Nicole. Hopefully I'm getting everybody here. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm gonna start walking around here. So I'm right here in front of Spaceship Earth. One of the biggest things that we know is happening is that the pillars or the mountains or the towers, whatever you want to call these things in front, the Leave a Legacy has been removed on the right hand side here. I've always been kind of bummed about this. I actually liked them. I wish that they didn't have to remove them, but I understand change is change. My picture, my wife's and I's picture was actually on this side, so they've removed it, and wherever they're going to re-erect it, I believe it's going to be somewhere on the outside, somewhere in this direction. It's not going to be the pillars, but maybe some sort of a wall or something. That's what I've heard, that they are going to remount them somewhere. But you can see over on the other side that the pillars are still there. They haven't started removing those yet. As far as I know, they are all coming out. One of the other things we can see, let me walk around the other side here, is you can see the Guardians of the Galaxy. You get a really good picture of the launch area. So let me walk back around. Just curious if anybody else did the Leave a Legacy here. We did ours back in, I want to say probably 98, 99, something like that. See if we can get a view around the trees here. If not, we can definitely go inside. We'll see it a little better. Yeah, the trees might obstruct us a little bit here. You guys know I'm not a big fan of this being here. I'm a huge fan of the Guardians. Yeah, you can't really see the launch very well, but you can see the building just over the top. We'll see it a little better once we get inside. But I will stick to my guns and say that I really, really do not like the Guardians building here. I think it's very forced that they're putting it here in Epcot. Like I said, I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. Not a roller coaster person, but it has nothing to do with it being a roller coaster. I just think it is completely out of place in Future World. It's completely out of place where it is, and it really doesn't have anything to do with what Epcot originally stood for, which was, you know, the sharing of technology, bringing new technology and seeing what's, you know, can be done with technology. And I'm not quite sure how a roller coaster that spins around and goes, you know, through the dark into space, helps with the progression of mankind. But that's just kind of my 2 cents about it. I think it could have been well placed in another area. You know, Hollywood Studios would have been a great area for it, or just anywhere. I understand, you know, it's a popular property, and you know, Disney is really trying to push the different properties into the parks. That seems to be, you know, the future of things. See a little bit of the old Universe of Energy building there. See, Michael agreed, Guardians of the Galaxy belongs in Hollywood. Liam, it has been rumored that Zealand's will be the new pavilion, or Zealand's will be the new pavilion at Epcot. I'll have to look at that. I haven't seen anything about that. Steve Pinn, thank you so much. $2 super chat. Robbie, what's up? Maybe I will see you next week. That would be awesome, my friend. I hope I do get to see you. Definitely email me. We'll try to make some plans and, you know, match up schedules and stuff like that. Standby is only 5 minutes here for Spaceship Earth. I was talking about my Spaceship Earth story yesterday at Hollywood Studios. How when I was a kid, my parents brought me on this ride. I have a fear of roller coasters. And when they brought me on this ride, the first thing that happens is you start clicking up, you know, the track really slowly, basically, you know, like the beginning of a roller coaster. So I'm, you know, freaking out. I'm like 10 years old when I'm riding this the first time. Hey guys. You know, and my dad's just loving it because he thinks, you know, he's trying to convince me that it's a roller coaster and we're going to go crazy inside, but it's not. It's an awesome ride. It's very slow. More my speed. Modeling Disney, what's up, my friend? Thank you for being here.
She had bottom teeth.
Hey Sandy, welcome. Yeah, it is not busy here today either. Hollywood Studios was not busy at all yesterday. Thank you for your service, sir. And it is not busy in here at all either. It's 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening. You know, you would think that the parks would really be packed. Hello. But I think everybody is just waiting for, you know, Galaxy's Edge to open up. So everybody's holding on to their ticket until the end of the summer, early fall, so they can get into Galaxy's Edge. So of course we know this is where a lot of the big changes are going to be happening. Back here with Innoventions East and West, this is all going to be redesigned, reimagined. All new courtyard back here. Of course the Fountain of Nations is going to be going, which is a real bummer because this has just been a staple at Epcot for so long. I just hope it gets replaced with something that's even far more amazing. Detroit Disney Duo, I just wanted to say thank you. I'm a veteran also, and just like what you did, got the thanks for it, service all over. It was nice. Absolutely. Every time I see somebody, I try to thank for service because, you know, we couldn't be doing this without everybody who has made that sacrifice. So all of the service people out there, thank you if you are on. And if I see you in public, I will definitely thank you for what you do. I think it's the least that we can do as a country for you guys. So I'm not totally brushed up on everything that's going to be happening through here, but as far as I know, this stuff is going to be closing, and I don't know if it's going to be remodeled or reimagined into other things like the Fountain View, Club Cool. You know, I'm hearing a lot of ramblings that Club Cool is going to be closing down. Mouse Gear is going to be closed down and you know, reimagined in some way. The Electric Umbrella, all of this stuff. Both innovations are going to be closed down and redone. So it'll be really curious to see what happens through here. Let's take a look at the fountain here for a little bit. Whitney, the Fountains of Nations. You love this. Awesome. Christina, bye-bye Club Cool. Yep. Resort budgeting. I hate that the fountains are going. Awesome memories. Super Bowl champions. Hey, what's up? Joseph Dean, lots of schools start back next week here in Georgia. Yeah, my daughter actually starts back early August. Down south, they start school a lot earlier than they do up in the north. I mean, this is pretty awesome. I mean, it's really a shame that they're getting rid of this. This has just been amazing for so long. Mr. Tom Morrow, true, but in a different form of some kind. I guess that's a conversation from earlier. Super Bowl champions, they said Club Cool would be coming back though. Zippy Doodad, no more Beverly. Yeah, like I said, I haven't drank soda in like over 2 years, so I can't even really go in there and do the Beverly Challenge one more time, so I can't break my 2-year streak. It is beautiful though. But hopefully Disney's going to come through. They're going to put something even more amazing through here. I mean, in a way, you know, this has been sort of dead through here for so long with innovations and everything. So they really needed to do something. It's just hard to see things go and to see things change sometimes. All right, we're going to head down this way. We're going to check out Guardians down here. We're going to check out the space themed restaurant. And don't get me started on Mission Space either, taking Horizons away from me. Horizons was my all-time favorite ride in all of Disney. And I understand that they were having, you know, trouble with the building, the integrity of the building. They had the sponsors withdrew. So there's all kinds of reasons that go into why things have to change. And I guess a lot of people do like Mission Space. It's just, you know, when you go from a ride like Horizons, there's some cool merch from Mouse Gear. Oh, that's really cool right there. You guys can see that through the glare. I like that shirt. Bethany, when's the Space Restaurant open? I believe it's going to open at the end of this year sometime. An actual date hasn't been announced, but it was supposed to open next year, and now they moved it up to the end of this year. But anyways, like I was saying, you go from an attraction like Horizons, which is just so robust, and, you know, again stands for what Epcot originally was geared around. You know, it would take you on how to adapt to different environments, you know, to live under the water, to live in dry land, to live in space, you know, to utilize different technologies and stuff. Same thing with World of Motion. You know, it was the history and the progression of the automobile, and, you know, the automobile into the future. Test Track was cool. I mean, I really love Test Track actually, and, you know, they still have some of the innovations and things like that, all about the automobile and travel and those kind of things. So that really works out. And I guess, you know, to the extent I do understand Mission Space, I mean, you know, looking into the future, traveling to Mars and those kind of things. It's just, you know, these two attractions were so awesome and so iconic, World of Motion and Horizons especially. I would love for them to, you know, reimagine Horizons somewhere and just, you know, bring it back into using all the technologies of today. I think they could do amazing things if they were to redo Horizons again in some fashion. And then of course we lost Ellen's Universe of Energy here. which again, another attraction that was solely based around what Epcot stood for, with, you know, different technologies and how energy is used and different forms of energy and things like that. It's more of a learning opportunity. And this again just seems like, you know, we're going to be the Guardians. We're going to get into a roller coaster that spins around. Well, you guys are. I'm personally not going to get into it. And then we're going to go into space and we're going to fight, you know, bad guys. So not quite sure what that has to do with, you know, changing the world that we live in. But again, it's just a personal thing. This is really a shame too. They took all the solar panels, solar, I can't even talk today, solar panels off the roof. So, I mean, it's completely changing. Then, of course, the Wonders of Life Pavilion is being redone. It's going to be reimagined. This seems like it's going to be, you know, bringing more Disney entities inside, you know, more of the Disney properties that they want to put inside the park here. But this looks like it could be a lot of fun. We'll have to see more details. Hopefully they'll give us more details during D23. Main Street moments, maybe they can't keep up with all the new tech. I don't know. I think Disney comes up with a lot of new tech. I mean, for what they do, I mean, the ride systems that they use, and a lot of the technologies that they're starting to use in the parks, I mean, they are very ahead of the market when it comes to technology. And Epcot was supposed to be that vehicle that would sort of showcase all that stuff. So, you know, in a subtle way, I guess they're doing it. You know, the ride track for Guardians is going to be pretty state of the art, and the trackless ride back in Ratatouille is going to be pretty state of the art. But it's not that educational, you know, purpose that it's serving when you would go through here. And it's just, you know, times are changing, and I totally get that, and I'm still going to love Epcot. It's just it's changed a lot for me, so it's just kind of a bummer for me personally. Dave, they may replace the PV panels. They do get less efficient with age. Yeah, that could be the case. Maybe they are just replacing them. I mean, they have acres and acres and acres and acres of solar panels here now on property. So I'm sure they've really perfected that technology. And maybe they are just going to put new ones there. It is a pretty cool facade, though, on the front of Mission Space. I will give it that. A little wider look here of Guardians. We'll be able to look back on it once we get a little deeper into the park too. We'll be able to see the building for what it is and how it stands next to Spaceship Earth. Now, I will admit, the last time that I was here, that they do have that blue color that blends into the sky. So it's not as terrible of an eyesore that I thought it was going to be. But I mean, you can still distinguish it very well, and it does take away from that Spaceship Earth landscape. Always know when you're coming up the test track, you can hear the car whipping around the track. I always wondered if that's a little extra Disney magic that they add as the car whips around. I know that car's traveling at 60 miles an hour, but I think they add a little sound effect to it as it goes through as well to have that swooshing sound. So I don't think my car would sound that way going around that track at 60 miles an hour. I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it's just the track that kind of rattles along with it as well. Main Street moments. I like the old Epcot, but maybe this will be good too. Hope D23 gives us more info on the changes. I hope they do too as well. Resort budgeting, Stupid Judy. Stupid Judy, Stupid Energy. You guys got to go to my store. PassportToTheParks.com, go to my store. I have these Stupid Judy, Stupid Energy shirts on there. Sorry, it's really loud over here. Has the Jeopardy podium And then it's, you know, written Stupid Judy, Stupid Energy. What is Stupid Judy, Stupid Energy? Like a question. I thought it was kind of cute. So here is the space-themed restaurant. And again, this is supposed to open sometime at the end of this year. Which, looking at it, I'm not sure about that. Because this is all still pretty wide open, and there's nothing done on the facade of this building. And I have to imagine that the interior of the building has to be extremely difficult to work on, because the technology that's going to be inside of this building is going to be unreal. I mean, obviously the building is curved like that because of the screen inside, and it's going to have that whole appearance that you are literally in space. So when you go in, it's going to be like you're floating around in space, and you're going to see astronauts and planets and all kinds of stuff in there apparently. So the tech, it is so loud over here. The technology inside is going to be really crazy. So I will be curious if they really make the end of this year mark. Gonna grab a couple pictures. All right, we shall start heading back towards the countries. Maybe we'll go look at the International Gateway a little bit, see what we can see about Ratatouille. Really not too much happening on the other end as far as the land, the Nemo, and the Imagination Pavilion, as far as I know. It's a 60-minute standby time for a test track. Again, not bad at all. No-brainer. Where'd you go here? Maybe the outside is supposed to be plain, so they are doing all of the work inside now. That may be the case, but I can't imagine that it'll just be cinder blocks on the outside. I don't see Disney just leaving something like that. And most of the building and the rear section of it was actually still opened, so they haven't even completed all the exterior work yet. Unless they plan on, you know, blocking that area off somehow so you can't see it anymore, and there's going to be some sort of a different entrance as you would walk in. That might be the case, but I can't imagine they would just leave it raw cinder blocks like that. Seems so different when it's not the Flower and Garden Festival through here. Seems really plain. It's amazing how much the Flower and Garden Festival changes everything through here. It is so beautiful to come through.
Yeah.
Some really beautiful scenery though.
I'm excited.
Again, Disney has the best reflections in all of their water. You can always find something that's beautifully reflected in Disney water. course, the Omni building, not used for much unless it's used for festivals and special events. First aid station is back here as well. All right, I'm going to find a little bit of shade here real quick and read some of these comments. I guess this is where the local birds live. See, gates to the Magic. When will the Rainbow Tunnel be in the Odyssey Center? I am really not sure about that. Maybe somebody can answer in the comments. Let's see, Liam says after its refurb. William, Omni will be getting some love in 2020. That's good. It's good to know. Margaret, this whole thing with using movies and cartoons as a draw is a real dumbing down of what Epcot was to be, and it makes me so sad. I totally agree with that. You know, I have no problem with bringing in all of the Disney properties into the other parks. I think Tron is amazing at the Magic Kingdom. I think it really is going to look awesome in Tomorrowland. Hollywood Studios, you know, bring all the Pixar properties in there. I think would be awesome. Star Wars is great there. But Guardians just seems so extremely forced in here. I think they could have done better. I really think they could have. There you get a good shot of the launch there. Oh, Liam, I meant the Wakanda Pavilion, but it auto-corrected to Zealand. That would be that would be awesome if they did a Wakanda Pavilion through there. How cool would that be? Flower Tiki, do you think all the Future World construction coming up will be a hinder to next year's Flower and Garden? You know, I don't like to say anything is really a hinder. Disney usually handles construction pretty well. I don't have any issues. I mean, they're always doing construction. We know that everywhere you look around, Disney's always going to be under construction somehow. But I think they try to have us work around it as best as they can. They try to conceal things as best as they can. So, you know, life will move on. I mean, it's going to be a lot of work. That is the spine of Disney. I mean, that is the central area coming through Disney. So it's going to be difficult for them to do all that work and still have the crowds of people coming through. But they're going to do it. I mean, Disney has some amazing talents when it comes to redesign and making things happen. And look at everything they did at Coronado Springs. You know, life went on, daily routine went on at Coronado Springs, and now that's all opened up, and it seems like it's completely seamless through there. Galaxy's Edge is more, you know, pushed back to the rear, so it really didn't interfere with normal day-to-day operations. Although it did take a big chunk of Hollywood Studios away from us. I was just thinking about that today. I was thinking about the Osborne lights and how much I miss the Osborne lights. What a huge announcement that could be if they were to announce that at D23 that they're going to bring the Osborne lights back somewhere. I think that would be amazing. Maybe they can just do a space version in Batuu. Maybe that's pushing it a little bit, but All right, everything is fenced off around here as well. So again, I'm not too brushed up on some of the things that are going on here at Epcot, so I'm gonna have to rely on my comments here again. Patrick Morgan, thank you so very much. Super chat, $5 super chat. Good afternoon, Rob. Great job as always. Thank you very much, my friend. Very much appreciated. Dave C, thank you, $4.99 super chat, Rob. Thanks for the stream. I was going to work today, but this was way better. Very, very cool, my friend. Thank you very, very much. Eric in Florida, the Osborne lights were amazing. I think we would all be in agreement with that. Liam, it has also been rumored that Disney has traded some 21st Century Fox properties for the Marvel on Florida. Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster will be the gateway to Marvel Land. Yeah, I'd heard that too. Jack from DSNY, who is awesome. You guys know I love Jack. He uses a lot of my stuff on his newscast, so props to Jack. But he was talking about that same thing, about how, you know, Disney has a lot to work with now, a lot in trading to try to get some of those Marvel entities back here into Disney World. And it is a very good point that Jack made. I mean, a lot of those Marvel characters, those are the old Marvel characters that they have from the comic books at Universal. And most of the kids today, you know, wouldn't even really recognize them because of what Disney has put out. So it would only make sense for them to, you know, to finally release that and to let Disney bring that stuff into the parks and give them some of the great 21st Century Fox properties that I'm sure Universal would love to have. So hopefully that'll be the case. George, where's my favorite place at Epcot to take a photo? You know, anything with Spaceship Earth I do love. I mean, that's kind of cliche because Spaceship Earth is awesome. But I think one of my favorite spots is over in front of the France Pavilion. They have that little photo spot set up there where you can get the Eiffel Tower in the background. So I think a lot of the different countries are great. You know, you can find your country of origin as well if it's here. Anywhere inside of Norway. My heritage is Norwegian. Norwegian and Greek, actually, so maybe they'll put a Greece pavilion someday through here. But I love the Norway pavilion. I always get my picture with the big ugly troll inside there. My dad and I usually get a picture together in front of that troll, kind of a long-lost family member kind of thing. So this is all being reimagined for something back through there. Did anybody actually put it in the comments? I didn't get a chance to see, and now it's really, really sunny, so I can't actually see the comments. You know, somebody had actually pointed out, which I had not realized before, and I forget who it was because I'd love to give them props for watching their video. But you can actually see the gondolas at some points. You can actually see it right in between Japan and the American Pavilion. You can see the haul rope, but there's little glimpses that you can watch the gondolas going back and forth in certain areas, and I never even realized that you'd be able to do that. I really wish I remember the name of the channel that did that, but you know, if you point something like that out that I was not totally aware of, I love, you know, when people do that, when they find little details like that. It's like, oh, I never would have seen that or guessed it. So now that I come through here, you can really see the haul ropes back there, and there's going to be little areas to where you'll see the gondolas kind of floating in the distance. Right there we can see the Ratatouille building, which that is not bad at all. That completely blends in. You can just see the back top corner of it back there, but it's completely blends into the treescape, and that is not really a big deal at all. So as far as anything landscape-wise being affected back here, I don't think it's really a problem. But I'd be curious to come here, you know, during the week while they're testing those gondolas to actually see the gondolas going by. Christina telling Whitney the crowd level is low because the southern schools return in early August. Yeah, I was just saying that my daughter returns early August, and they do it a lot earlier down here in the south. We're from the north, so you know, they would go back almost into September, way late August. Joanne loves Morocco, very, very cool. Steve, I think Dave from Fresh Baked, I think that was it. I think you're right, that showed, but I may be wrong. I think you're actually right about that. That sounds familiar to me. Let me get the other side here so you guys can get a nice view of all the countries, at least while we're here. And again, I can check out some comments. Of course, they have everything getting set up for illuminations. Gates to the Magic Getting Lost in the Morocco Pavilion is awesome. Spice Road Table, I have not actually eaten at Spice Road Table yet. I hear that it's fantastic, but I have not personally had a chance to get in there yet. Elizabeth, I agree the water looks so plain without the garden festival. Yeah, it really does when you see it. You get so used to seeing all the landscaping and the flowers around there that when they're not there, it just completely looks like there's something wrong. See, these amazing places, the Innovations Building, were built taller to accommodate the people mover in them. Of course, this has never transpired because the cost of building Epcot spiraled out of control. There you go, there's a little bit of history there. Brian, I think that the green fencing is in preparation for the Food and Wine Festival as those stalls, installing the stalls. Yeah, that could very well be the case, because we are getting close to that, and they do have a lot that goes on through there, so maybe they're just kind of refurbing it. That makes total sense. Go back through some more comments here. Adam, do you think they will add a resort at the entrance connected by the monorail? You know, that has been in the talks, and I don't know, there's nothing confirmed that I've seen, but they have cleared a tremendous amount of land in front of Epcot. So it would make a lot of sense to put a resort that would connect to the monorail up there. There's also rumors that they were going to do that in front of the Magic Kingdom as well, over between the Grand Floridian and the Magic Kingdom. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get something out of D23. Griffin, Goodbye Innovations and Illuminations Reflections of Earth. They another two pieces from my trip, Disney World, from my first trip into Disney World in March 2002. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff that's going to be disappearing on us. I'm really excited for the new show. I think it's going to be really technologically savvy, and there's going to be a lot going on. It's going to be a lot of fun. I do love Illuminations. I do think it is fairly dated, though, so I'm not completely heartbroken that it's going. I would love to see a new show come through here. So we'll have to see how that all pans out. I've been coming to Disney since '79, so my heart's been broken many times over the years as far as things that have come and gone. I chose the wrong way to walk around. I'm actually walking directly into the sun, which not great planning on my part. But it's the shorter distance to the International Gateway, so there's really not a whole lot of construction going on beyond the Americas Pavilion over there. Keep thinking about that Wakanda Pavilion. I think that would be so awesome. And again, that could be something that Disney could really utilize. That does fit into what Epcot is. Wakanda is completely based on technology and, you know, looking into the future and amazing, you know, ways that the world can be changed by technology. So Wakanda will be a huge, huge benefit to come into Epcot in some way. Maybe the Guardians have to go into space to get here, to get to Wakanda. So maybe that's how it's all going to tie together. I don't know. I'm really trying to make it work, but in my head, it's not working out very well for me. I heard that Canada's supposed to get a new show as well. Is this the new show? Circle Vision, starring Martin Short. I don't recall Martin Short being a part of that before. So is that the new show? Dave C. Progress is impossible without change. Walt Disney, now you're pulling Walt Disney out on me. I understand. Walt Disney loved change. It's fun to do the impossible, all that great stuff. I completely know. And like I said, I don't mind change. I really do love change, but make the changes that make sense. Make the changes that are beneficial and that are, good for what you're actually trying to do. See, this is Mark Angers and friends. Actually sound pretty good. I love harmonies. If a band can harmonize, then that's amazing in my book. Harmonization is such a difficult thing to do, and when artists can nail it together, it can be an amazing experience. That's why the Beatles were so amazing. Of course, their harmonies were untouched. They started the whole craze. And talking about the Beatles, of course, we're coming right into. I like how I did that. I like how I brought the Beatles right into the UK here. I didn't even plan that. Rose and Crown. Of course, the Yorkshire County fish, the best fish and chips. Love these fish and chips so much. It's always a must-do when we get here.
Yeah. I think it was like this. Oh, there's more.
Of course, Alice is out here. Hey, Michelle, thank you so much. $4.99 super chat. I truly appreciate that. Thank you very, very, very much. And again, thank you so much, Disney, for allowing us to walk all the way from the front of Epcot, and walk a half a mile back here. And then you put this nice little incline here for us, just to let us know that, our hearts are already beating fast enough from walking all the way back here. So much appreciated. Take a quick look from up top here real quick. All right, so this is all being expanded back here. It's all changing. can see right now they have the temporary ticketing set up. Security is actually way beyond the boats down there, so you come through security, and this is just ticketing down here. So you guys know I don't like to show security through here, so this is just ticketing. And there is the crepe restaurant that's being built by Ratatouille. And there they are. Love them. They are not running today. They usually do not run on the weekends anymore. Sometimes on Saturdays, but generally on Sundays they are just shut down, which is great. You know, the teams need some time to themselves, time with their family and stuff like that. So, and they are far enough along that they do not have to go 24 hours a day. Modeling Disney opening time frame for the Remy attraction. As far as I know, sometime next year, 2020 is what I heard. George, it would be lovely to meet up with you when I visit there, if you'd be willing. Yeah, absolutely, I would love to. That Florida feeling, thanks Disney for always reminding us of how out of shape we are. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you so much for filling us with all kinds of wonderful food and then making us walk 15 miles around the most amazing property in the world. And then throwing a little hill in there for us every now and then.
Accent. Don't hit anybody with that.
So yeah, this is all going to expand down here because obviously you have the Skyliner coming in, you have the boats coming in. So you're going to have a huge increase of pedestrian traffic. You know, you have all the Epcot resorts over there as well. So International Gateway definitely needed to expand a lot. They only had 2 ticket booths through here before, and they're going to expand it pretty far across. So hopefully no major issues back here once they get everything up and running.
For $200, it better be full.
And you got to think that if Disney is planning on opening on that September 29th date, that you would think that they would want to have a lot of this along as well. And it doesn't look like they are going to be anywhere close to having that done by September 29th. So Skyliner traffic is going to get backed up through here if they don't open some of this up. So we'll see how quickly they can get this done over the next 2 months or so. The Epcot line is really what's been dragging along the entire project, and a lot of it has to do with what's going on in the International Gateway here. Like a little, okay, that was going to the wrong side, but hey, we'll figure it out. I don't know what I was talking about. Sometimes I just start rambling to myself as I walk back through here. It's a nice shot of the station there for the International Gateway. They have all these shrubbery fencing around there. So you can get a pretty good look when you're over there, but not as well as we would like. Not like over at Pop Century now, when you can literally just walk up to the rear of the station and look right inside. Let's see, Gregory, all I'm saying is that I am not driving around at 30 miles an hour with the windows down in my car in 192. Not going to do it. I'm assuming we're talking about air conditioning issues on the gondolas. Funny enough, I actually drove all the way here, and some of it was on 192 with my windows down. So some people actually do it. It doesn't bother me. So it's all an opinion thing. It's all, you know, if you want to do it, you don't want to do it. That's what makes it great. There's definitely choices. There's different modes of transportation. I've been on my soapbox for a long time talking about that, so this is a cool picture here. These amazing places, yeah, that could be a horrible bottleneck. Yeah, unless they expand it a little bit. They're going to have some problems opening up on September 29th, getting people in and out of here, especially with the traffic coming through with the Skyliner. Jace just left 2 hours ago. I just missed you. That's a bummer. So this is where we will enter to get back to Remy's attraction, to Ratatouille. You can see there's a... Hello, how are you? You can see there's a fence line here right now. This is where you meet Princess Aurora. Aurora's looking beautiful today. I can't imagine that any child out there would not want to meet Princess Aurora. So this is all going to be reimagined, opened up, and through this fence, they're actually widening all this walkway back here. And then the Ratatouille adventure is just around to the left. So there's going to be a pretty heavy increase of traffic through here as well. DJ Quiddo 1, $5 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Hopefully I said your name there correctly. But thank you, very generous. I appreciate that. Here we go. And here is the new replacement for the Fountain of Nations. Isn't it amazing? It is a pretty fountain, though. Haha, I know a child that will not meet her. There you go. There's one child out there.
Jared, come here.
James, doesn't look so crowded. It is not crowded. It is absolutely fantastic to be here right now. There is nobody here, and I keep saying, I mean, it's literally, this is mid-July at Disney World on a Sunday. Yesterday was the same thing. It was Saturday at Hollywood Studios, and it was like this. I mean, you're walking through and there's just nobody coming through here. And I really, truly think that it has a lot to do with Star Wars. I think everybody's just, pushed their trip back to the end of the year. So kind of a bonus right now. If you can deal with the humidity coming through here, you're going to have a great time walking through Epcot right now. In all of the parks on Disney. A lot of the times I try to steer clear of the parks because I like the experience of just coming through and enjoying the resorts and having that laid back feeling. We'll take a look at Guardians over here. But I am going to take advantage of this as much as possible now. All right, so there it is. That is the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I will completely admit that it is not 100% as horrible as I thought it would be. They did a nice job of blending it into the sky back there. So, it's not awful. It does take away from Spaceship Earth, I think. But it's not as terrible as it really could be. So, good job as far as blending the colors. They kind of nailed the sky color. But you can't beat this view. I mean, World Showcase Lagoon is one of the prettiest picture spots. Somebody's asking about pictures too. Anywhere here on World Showcase Lagoon. Again, where's it at? Over by the Americas Pavilion, I think, and just on the other side of Morocco, there's two nice spots where you can get Spaceship Earth and everything in the background. Really nice picture spots over there as well. PTR, one of the AC Skyliner issues, you would be water dripping on people from the gondolas. That is another thing, those AC would definitely be dripping a lot of water. And another thing you have to realize that, again, these things are constantly opening up, and it's a very small space. So, you're on the thing for 2 or 3 minutes to get over to Hollywood Studios, and then those doors open up, and all that air is going to come flying out, and the hot air is going to rush in. A little different than the monorail because it's a larger space, and you know, the stations are a little more enclosed, it seems like, and you know, the monorails, even the air conditioning in the monorails doesn't even work half the time. So if you've been in the monorail, a lot of times it's pretty warm inside there. You get bodies in there, and the air conditioning doesn't even work very well on there. So even if you had the air conditioners on, the doors are going to be opening so much that all of that AC is just going to seep out so quickly. So it really wouldn't even make sense to do that as well. It would not be efficient at all. See, Irvin loved the view from the Japan Pavilion. Yeah, everybody's got their favorite spot through here. Margaret, Guardians is an eyesore no matter how they try to hide it. There you go. These amazing places. Hey Rob, I will be at the 9 a.m. August 17th Galaxy's Edge annual pass preview. Will you be there that day? We'll see. I mean, I might try to get over there on that first day. My pass is actually for the 19th from 5 to 9. I took a later time in the evening because I wanted that transition to see when the lights come on, to see, you know, how it's going to be, you know, from daytime into nighttime. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. But yeah, we'll see on the 17th if I can, you know, scoot over there. I'll be checking Skyliner stuff anyway, so I'm sure I will pop my head in there. A lot of people got theirs for the 17th. You know, it's the first day, so it'll be cool to see a lot of the footage coming out of there and a lot of people's opinions. You know, I'd really love if you join me, you know, so I can go through it and share it with you guys as well. We all have our different opinions, and you know, we'll show different footage and stuff like that, so it'll be great to see everything that comes out over those first few days. Just see a little bit of the Ratatouille building here. This is not a problem at all. It really blends into the atmosphere back there. I'm gonna try to dodge some traffic here. See, Les Dyer, I love the clouds in Florida. They are beautiful. I have always said, since I have started coming to Florida, that the sky is just different over Disney World. From no matter where you're at in the world, well, I don't want to say the world because there's some beautiful skies, you know, mountain ranges, and Colorado has beautiful skies. But, you know, when you come from one place and you come here, it just seems like the sky is usually just a little brighter here. It's just a little brighter shade of blue. The clouds are just a little whiter and a little puffier. I mean, just some really beautiful skies that you get. Even when you get some rain clouds coming through, they're still really neat. I was at home last night, and over towards the west, like the Tampa Bay area. Tampa Bay is like the lightning capital of the world. There was these huge dark clouds, and there was lightning that was streaking all through the clouds, and they would just light up, and the lightning was like going sideways and straight down, and it was just amazing to look at. It was so far in the distance you couldn't even hear it, but you could see it, and it was just it was really beautiful to look at. I hear the Guardians of the Galaxy show going on. Again, they do this, the Guardians of the Galaxy show in the Gardens Theater over here. It's a great show, great music. I love to watch it. But again, I mean, how completely forced do you have to be? I mean, is it really that necessary to get Guardians of the Galaxy into the park, into here? I mean, if the ride building is not a sore thumb enough, this show back here in the countries is just absolutely crazy. But it's such a fun show. It's great, and I love the show. It's just, it's out of place. I know we say all this stuff should be over at Hollywood Studios, and they got plenty going on over there. You know, there's only so much space that you can work with at Hollywood as well. There's some good music. We'll check it out for a few minutes. Because why not?
Really fun! You guys just played one of my favorite songs. Group patch you guys into my awesome mix, and I gotta say, you're pretty quick learners.
We sound good. Zardu Hasselfrau!
Zardu Hasselfrau! Whoa, muchachos, don't go Mariah on me just yet. I still have a few things to show you before you become the galaxy's greatest cover band.
Well, can we head back to the ship now?
We're just getting started. All right. Would David Hasselhoff have left Kit after just one test drive?
Let's sit down for a minute.
Would Mr. Miyagi have just walked out in Danielson before the whole wax on, wax off thing?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Nice. Well, he wouldn't have. Besides, you're gonna love this next one. Group, hit the next track, buddy.
Cowbell, I love it. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. was actually pretty cool.
So Peter, I understand on this planet Epcot only the male of the species sings.
What? No, that is so not true. Hold on, She-Hulk. In fact, I got something special just for you. Groot. Commence Project Acid Wall.
Entertaining. The band is really good. The singers are really good. Gamora just pretty much stands around looking frustrated, so Star-Lord is fun. I don't know, for me, I think this would be spectacular is once they open up Galaxy's Edge to take away that whole Star Wars presentation that they do in front of the Chinese theater, because I don't think you need it anymore, and then move this show in front of the Chinese theater. I think this show would go really well in a setting like that. It would be perfect there. This was one of my absolute favorite attractions in the whole world is the American Adventure. I could see this show over and over and over and over again. It is such a beautiful show, beautifully done. Of course, the restaurant is being redone as a barbecue restaurant now, which I'm really looking forward to. Some great barbecue through here would be great. Got a little tired of the burgers and everything, the plain menu that they used to have through there. You guys agree with me though? Wouldn't this show be awesome in front of the Chinese theater? If they were to replace Star Wars once Galaxy's Edge opens up? More nice picturesque spots over here. Now this is really nice through here. You can't really even see the Guardians building too much from here. Yeah, Mr. Fahrenheit, this is a jam actually. I love this song. See Chloe, never seen the American Adventure. We'll have to make time for it. Oh, you have to see the American Adventure. It is a Disney staple. It's a show. It's about 25 minutes long, but it's basically the entire history of, you know, America, how it was founded, through all the wars and everything. And it has animatronics and the music, and it's, I mean, it will make you cry. It'll make your jaw drop. Thomas Edison. Okay, let me read back. Okay, I'm going to take a break here for a second. Regroup my thoughts because my mouth isn't working correctly. Thomas Jefferson and Mark Twain actually are the hosts of the show. Is it Mark Twain? Oh God, I can't even think now. I think the heat is getting to my brain. Not Thomas. Okay, Mark Twain and Benjamin Franklin. I can't even think today. Jeez. Moral of the story, though, is to see the show. You will not be disappointed in it at all. It's amazing. Oh, they're doing some Jackson 5 back there now. I actually should have stayed and watched that whole show. It's a really entertaining show. Funny how folks are so critical of the Guardians building when the TT looks like a big round toaster oven. Oh, the test track. Yeah, I know, it's not too terrible. You know, the test track is very shiny, but it's just positioned a little more over. When you look directly at Spaceship Earth, it's just that huge square building that's there. Really takes a lot out of the landscape. Over here you can't see it, so this is a good thing. I guess at different angles, it should be fine. It's amazing all the buildings that you actually see looking around. A lot of them are blending into the sky back there. Ooh, we got some lightning maybe in the background. Little flashes in the sky. Margaret, yeah, the park is nearly empty. And there's not
Can I get one of you?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I'll take one of you if you take one of us.
Oh, I'm actually live streaming right now, but I'll set it down and I'll take a picture of you.
You can interview Billy from Australia. It's his first visit.
Hey Billy, how are you?
How are you?
Awesome.
Big Bronski, not Billy.
Oh, Big Bronski.
Bronski.
Yeah.
Big Bronski, all right.
Radio handle on the
Awesome.
shortwave.
Cool. Yeah, I'll take a picture of you guys, no problem.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Just gonna set my camera down here real quick.
No, I'm gonna do it on our.
Here, I'm gonna
Amazing.
put you guys around my neck here real quick.
Yeah,
Might get a little
sure.
jumpy.
Awesome.
Yeah. This is
There we go.
awesome. Thank you. He goes, so we're in Italy now. I go, yes, we're in Italy.
Awesome.
If you can get the ball so he remembers where he is.
Of course, the giant golf ball, right?
The geodesic dome.
All right, get a couple more here. We're making memories, right?
Oh man, we're gonna be. I'm from Orlando and I'm a bad feet on those weird geodesic balls.
No, one more kiss. I didn't get that. You were a little out of focus, so.
Oh, get the light one.
All right, rock and roll.
Awesome.
Oh, man,
Thank you.
You guys have a great time. Here, you can. Here's my card. You can watch your live stream there a little bit later.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
All right.
I love the new Monorail update.
Yeah, Skyliner.
Or whatever. Yeah,
Skyliner.
The ski lift.
The ski lift. There you go. Have fun. All right, sorry about that, guys. Always got to stop and give some picture help to people. Ange, thank you so much. The $1 super chat, very much appreciated. Thank you. Sorry, I was in the middle of taking a picture there. And again, I love how the music changes as we go through the park. Disney is always so well known for doing this. I talk about it all the time, how they incorporate all the senses, the sights, the smells, the sounds. Coming up on Germany, now we get a little bit of a music change. The Beer Garden, one of my favorite restaurants inside here. Let's go check it out. We'll see if the show's going on. It's always Oktoberfest. Oh, it smells so good. You can smell that, those brats and that beer and everything coming through here. It's delicious. Hello.
Good, and you?
Good. Oh, sorry about that. My signal dropped as soon as I walked in there. He looks happy. He's even wagging his tail.
Where? I think we're back. This is our second time. We went last time, so we're gonna we're walking.
That guy dropped a bunch of cash out of his pocket, started walking away. Somebody spotted it though for him.
Dip it in the beer.
Modeling Disney, apparently there was a proposed Holland building. Eric in Florida, Disney Duck. Yeah, a lot of stonework through there. There's so much entertainment through here. Hey Kyle, 5555. Thank you so much, my friend. $1 super chat. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Well, this is pretty over here. Got the sunset. Maybe not quite a sunset yet, but still, look at that sky. It's gorgeous. That's a picture sky. Here, I'm going to set you guys down here real quick. I'm going to readjust a couple things. If you don't mind, get you a nice shot of the landscape there. Just give me 1 second. I could just leave the camera sitting there all day. It'd be perfect. Don't worry, I didn't leave you guys. There is no lens filter or anything. That's all just nature right there. That is Disney in nature. That is amazing. Pretty beautiful. Try to make my way over to the right here so I'm not walking against traffic. Got myself in a crowd of people here. Right here is about the busiest that it's felt in the entire park the whole time. I got people like all over around me and whipping up on the sides of me and stuff. Still, this is really not crowded at all. I actually really do love the China Pavilion. There's a lot to explore back here, a lot of nice shopping. It's really pretty back through there. I don't think we'll take the time to go through the countries right now, just kind of walking around. Going through the countries could be separate videos all in itself. I mean, you take one country or two country and just go to town exploring it. Sorry about that, excuse me. See, Kay Wallace, thank you so much for that super chat. Thanks for sharing. Disney, you are very, very welcome. Dan, Southern Nights is slow. It really is slow. Yesterday, I was at Hollywood Studios and it was just as slow. Honestly, I think people are really buying their time until Galaxy's Edge. So they are just not coming during the summer. They're waiting to take their vacation when they can come to Star Wars. So this is a huge bonus coming through here right now.
So when I find one, two,
And of course, Norway. Definitely one of my favorite pavilions. Again, this is my heritage through here. It's like 40 minutes for Frozen Ever After. It's not that bad of a wait time.
We gotta hurry so we can get there in time. Wait, hop out.
See, Dion, can I check? Maybe I missed, wondering if Frozen Ever After is in a 33-minute wait. It said 40 minutes just when I walked by it, so I'll look back there. So it went up a little bit.
Where's
I'm sorry, I keep coughing, guys. I got something in my throat. Hold on. I apologize. Got some kind of scratch in my throat. Ugh. I know it's the last thing you want to hear, but the microphone is literally right under my head here, so sorry about that. Of course, Donald's meeting people back there. We're in the Mexico Pavilion. I still cannot believe that some fool actually climbed that thing. Obviously, that fool will never climb it again since he was most likely banned from Disney. At least I would hope so. Some margaritas. Even though it's not that busy here tonight, the margarita line is definitely busy. The La Cantina. Amazing nachos here. My parents always love to get the nachos when they come here. They love them. Take one last look at the lagoon. Okay, everybody. Well, I think we saw at least what I wanted to see. I wanted to check out the construction going on through here. I think we nailed everything that we at least could. Everything else was just a bonus. Got to see the Guardians and all the countries and everything, and we got to see that it is not busy here at all. So if you have the opportunity to get here before Galaxy's Edge opens, I would definitely take advantage of that because the crowd levels have just been extremely scarce. Hey, how are you? Hey, I'm on live right now, so.
Hi.
How are you?
Rob, nice to meet you.
Thanks. Let me turn this around real quick.
I'm like,
there we go.
Rob is somewhere.
I'm actually on, yeah.
We are Mickey sightings.
Oh, you're Mickey sightings. Awesome,
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
Great to meet you.
Sean.
Sorry,
And
I'm
I'm
a little
Minnie fan.
sweating here.
Susie.
Hey, Susie.
Disney girl. Hi, I'm Robin.
Robin, how are you?
Her first time ever to Epcot. So
Awesome.
we brought her
They're
along.
bringing me a tour.
It's awesome here tonight, isn't it? There's nobody here. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's great.
But
All
kudos,
right.
you've been doing great work.
Absolutely. Mickey
You're always
sightings,
in the
definitely. You're always on. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, guys.
Well, we love watching your streams.
I'd love seeing you guys on too. So, in Mickey Sightings YouTube channel, make sure everybody checks that out.
Appreciate that. Good to see you.
You guys filming here tonight too, or just enjoying?
Yeah, we've been here for 3 days. We're leaving to go back
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're just kind of enjoying showing. This is Robin's first time to Disney, to Epcot, to Animal Kingdom.
Really?
And I had a personal tour guide.
Hey, that's the best way to do it. I always love watching people's reactions, like first timers when they come in. So you guys probably love it too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you kind of relive your own first time through.
We just got off from Spaceship Earth, and that's the first time. She was like,
Yeah, I've been pretty annoying. I've been, oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you, look over there, look over there. There's Mickey.
That's awesome.
You know, I was
That's
just
the
like,
enthusiasm.
yeah.
That's so cool. So awesome.
You definitely go back to your childhood. You revert back. 'Cause
Absolutely.
it's crazy. And
Well, cool.
beautiful.
Everybody's saying hi. Everybody's saying hi, Mickey Sightings. So
Hi, everybody.
hey guys.
you guys can watch it back. So awesome to meet you.
Hope
Appreciate
you'll
it.
be more. Thank you, Rob.
All right,
Pleasure
thank
meeting
you.
you.
Thanks,
Nice
guys.
to meet you.
Bye bye.
Pleasure.
Take care.
All right, bye bye. Okay, well there you go. Sometimes that happens, but I will definitely take time out to meet everybody that is so awesome. Mickey Sightings is always on here, so definitely check them out. Definitely seems like some really nice folks, and I love that. So I cannot wait to meet everybody else out there at some point. That would be a lot of fun. But like I said, I think we saw everything here. I'll try to keep up on this and start coming into the parks a little bit more, especially since it has not been busy through here. I think this is awesome. This is definitely more my speed. So living down here gives me the opportunity to pick and choose when I want to come in. So we'll start following a lot more through here and just have a lot of fun. PassportToTheParks.com. Subscribe here on YouTube, all that great stuff. You guys know the drills. Thank you so much for all the super chats. Very generous today. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. A huge bird just went flying by me here. I wish you guys could have seen that, but all the Disney magic. Okay, I think that's about it. You guys have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.